Hello, wonderful people. In my video update a couple days ago, I noted that about 2 months ago, I started improving the quality of my all plant-based diet. 14 years into it. There are really a couple reasons to make a change. One is out of fear of not doing it. I've had some cholesterol numbers that I don't love. I'd like to see my LDL cholesterol number looking healthier, and also had a PSA test that was higher than I wanted it to be. I think it was mostly bad timing doing the blood draw right after a really tough Chicago Marathon Boston qualifier attempt. But regardless, there's sort of that fear-driven motivation to do things, as well as, at least as inspirational a reason to do things is simply knowing that doing something less bad is better, but it's not the best solution at any given time. So wanting to chase after positive goals, such as being able to run 100-mile races as long as possible, currently at age 62. So with that in mind, and with multiple goals in mind, trying to improve my gut biome, trying to improve nutrient uptake, trying to improve not wanting food to go through my system too fast, and so that my body's pulling the right amount of nutrients out, and of course without becoming constipated, but looking for a more ideal biochemistry and just a gut biome that should decrease cravings for extra calories. All that is an effort to just basically improve results on blood tests, increase my general energy level, and to hopefully improve athletic performance as well. So one of you asked me to do a video to kind of introduce what I'm doing in terms of a daily or near daily smoothie that includes easily 20 to 30 different ingredients. So I'm going to do that today. There's no strict recipe for much of anything I do food-wise, but a general guideline is a whole great variety of different fruits and vegetables, all different colors, as well as some supplemental powders that are added in, and some miscellaneous liquids. I'm going to lay all that stuff out. Food prep has been taking a little bit more time more recently with all the fresh smoothies. Additionally, this large bag is a full month's supply of my generally daily oatmeal intake. This is a specially formulated, the dry portion of the daily oatmeal mix, specifically with the idea of prostate health in mind. So that easily took a couple hours to prep yesterday, but in the long run it actually saves time and helps ensure, via the convenience of having this, that I'll stick to it. This is a few more ingredients than normal. I guess maybe I'm flexed a little bit since I was at the grocery store yesterday. Anyways, turmeric root, kale, baby arugula, cauliflower, and I'll typically cut this up into smaller quantities and freeze it. Purple cabbage, a little bit of fresh avocado, tomato, banana, lemon, apple, ginger root. I've got, let's see, kiwi, orange, and a grapefruit, watermelon, baby spinach, unsweetened cashew vegan yogurt, fresh purple kale, parsley, super high in iron, some carrot juice, some no sugar added probiotic juice, and some soy milk, organic soy milk. The fluids are added as needed so that it can be a wet enough smoothie to be able to mix and pour. Here is some quick oats, and here are the various powders that I'm currently using. I rotate different types in and out, but hemp protein, cacao, dark cocoa powder, vanilla protein, vegan protein powder, miscellaneous greens, ground chia, and flaxseed. Sometimes, well, I almost always add some dried fruits, typically dates and prunes. I put fresh carrot in, usually some cucumber, celery. I've got blueberries, grapes, yellow zucchini, radishes, beetroot. I usually throw in some nuts, especially walnuts, and lately I'm adding some almonds as well. I've got some frozen purple sweet potato to use up, frozen peaches, frozen blackberries, blueberries, pineapple, raspberries, mixed berries, and some cantaloupe. That's a little bit more than usual, and typically I'll need to mix everything up and actually consume a little bit before I can finish blending the whole thing, because it overfills the blender. And it's a pretty huge blender. Typically I'll consume probably at least 2/3 of that, and the rest I share with my wife. So this is typical. I've got most of the ingredients in there, and I've still got these items to add. So I will blend this up, drink some, typically with maybe a little granola and or some pumpkin seeds added on top. And then that'll make room in the blender to finish up with the rest of the fruits and vegetables. Just look how delicious that looks. And now there's plenty of space in the blender to add the rest of the items. Almost ready for the final phase of blending this together. Not too long ago I watched a Netflix special about basically gut biome health, and bottom line was they recommended 30 different plant-sourced foods per week per person. That variety would do a lot to improve gut biome, biochemistry, autoimmune function, all of it. Everything affects everything, right? So here, with what I've just done, over 40 different ingredients in one day. So delicious every time so far. I've not had a bad batch yet, because even though the recipe or non-existent recipe is different every time, you know, there's always potential for a bad batch, but it just hasn't happened. Years ago, many years ago, when I was doing a lot of smoothies, they were helping me gain too much weight. That's how I initially got away from them. And also, back at that time, there was a lot of debate about how healthy it was to have smoothies versus whole fresh fruit. I just know that I won't consume as many fruits and vegetables unless I do it like this. And I do try to consume as much as possible right out of the blender, super fresh, but generally within 24 hours or less. My wife and I have consumed all this, and it's on to the next batch. Prep is done. We'll refrigerate those. It's like injecting the energy of the sun right into your veins. So good.